What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on my third channel. Hopefully you guys are having a good day whenever you guys are seeing this video. I just woke up, so I look absolutely terrible. My hair is all over the place. So today I thought it would be cool to take you guys through a full day of training and eating in, I really want to say Ironman prep, but I haven't chosen an Ironman yet, so I'm not really too sure what to call this. I'll probably just end up calling it an Ironman prep. I can't really fully prepare for an Ironman because all of the pools in my area are currently closed for obvious reasons. So what I'm basically doing right now is really training hard on my running and my cycling. And so I am going to be today doing a bike and run. I get a lot of questions about what my runs look like and what my rides look like, and hydration, nutrition, all that different types of stuff, all that different type of stuff during these. So I'll also go over some of my recovery techniques in this video and also just take you guys through a full day in the life as well. Today is not a typical day just because with cycling and running, it's very demanding on me from an actual exertion standpoint. So I don't do this every single day. So, I mean, if you guys are new to the world of endurance-based exercise, running is way more physically demanding on you than cycling, generally speaking. So you're gonna burn way more calories than you would cycling. Now we're not even talking about swimming because swimming can't really be done right now. So just gonna get right into it in this video. I'm gonna take my GoPro with me on my ride, and I'm gonna be attempting to do a 75-mile ride, and also after that I'm gonna attempt to do a 10+ mile run. After that we're gonna go get dinner tonight, and then I'll just take you guys through the day with me. So that being said, we're gonna get right into it.
Alrighty, hope you guys like the new decals. My goal is to have this down in just over 4 hours, but we're probably gonna run into some traffic because it's a weekend, so let's see how this ride goes.
2 hours later.
Well, first flat tire of the day, like usual. About 10 minutes. Today's just going great.
A few moments later.
Alright, you guys, so we are over halfway through the ride. Currently almost done with the first really big climb. So I've already had quite a few things go wrong in this ride, but the last thing that I do is dwell on them. You know, as soon as they happen, I kind of just accept it and do my best to move on, because if I start to think, oh man, my legs, they're not feeling so good today, I'm pretty tired, can't believe I got another flat, I just don't feel into it today. I've realized that the moment that I start thinking all of those things is when I really start to notice that I start falling out of the zone and my performance drops significantly. In order to perform at your best, you have to have a positive mindset, and you have to do your best to remove all of those negative things that come to your mind. Anyways, as you can probably tell, it's starting to get windy, so I'm gonna try to finish this off. No, I am gonna finish this off, and I'll see you guys in just a few seconds.
12 seconds later.
Another flat. If I get another flat, guess I'm calling an Uber. $75.1. 4 hours, 9 minutes. Now it's time to run. Alrighty, now it's time for the run to begin. About an hour and a half. So we'll see how much I can get done in an hour and a half. Let's do this. Alright, you guys, I'm pretty sure I'm about halfway done with this. haven't even looked at my watch once, so I have no idea, but so far it's actually not going too bad. I've got about 1 Powerade down, the other one is back there. So got about, I'm assuming I probably have about 5 miles left, so I'll see you guys at the very end of the run. Yeah. 10.18 miles, hour and 28 minutes. Pretty terrible, but I'll take it. Now, time to get some dinner. All right, so it's about 6:30. Like I said, probably, I don't know. Today was just a bunch of different stuff happened, but we are going. I'm vlogging for my third channel.
You're vlogging for your third channel?
Whoever smoked it, belt it.
I'm gonna step in my ear, the sweaty one.
So what are we doing tonight?
We're going to dinner?
And Chrissy's gonna get a salad.
So are you going to dinner?
A few moments later.
Tiny social interaction I had at the gym, it's gone. And I'm just like, that's an Aurora for you.
Thank you so much.
Anything else I can do with this, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the deal. I had a delicious barbecue chicken burger out tonight and some French fries and also a side salad, but I'm getting in some more carbs, some more protein tonight. I'm gonna have my salad. Now, this is the typical structure of the way things usually go with me, is when it's day to day, I usually sit down for my first meal and I have a giant salad with a carb source, and then I, after that, have the majority of my carbs. What do I usually eat at night?
For your carbs?
Yeah.
Rice cakes,
What else?
potatoes,
What else?
cereal.
Lots of cereal. I'm a big cereal guy. So I'll probably be having some cereal. Well, I'll definitely be having some cereal and my rice cakes after this. I usually go through about a sleeve of rice cakes a night. I usually have wheat thins and my cereal, and also
Potatoes.
eat potatoes too. I eat a lot, the majority of my carbs before I go to bed. That's just the way that I usually do it. But yeah, I definitely think it's important to get your veggies in. That's why I'm having some spinach with some Bold House dressing on it. Mr. Electric is eating the protein cheesecake that I made. Is that your first time having it? Oh, you had a slice last night.
Yeah, this is what's in the back of the fridge. It's frozen. Still cold.
It's better that way.
Frozen?
Mm-hmm.
I think you should start a cheesecake.
You think I should start a cheesecake
A
company?
protein one? Yeah.
Well, people, like, ever since I started posting that recipe
It's good.
on IG, I think I can make a pretty good protein cheesecake. Maybe I could post more recipes on my third channel.
Go for it.
Yeah, it's just what I typically eat. I'm not sure the precise amount of carbs, fat, proteins that I consume today, but that's because I don't usually track unless I need to. Like if I'm cutting weight for powerlifting meet or something that requires me to
be more diligent on my calories, I pretty much already know because I'm fairly intuitive with all of this. I'm gonna finish this and I'll probably see you guys in a few more seconds. Oh, before I forget, I also take my multivitamins. A lot of you ask me what I take. So I take a vitamin D, vitamin D3. I take CoQ10, and I take this with my first meal every night because I usually eat my first meal around, what time do I usually eat?
Around 7:30.
Around 7:38. So I take a vitamin D, I take a CoQ10, and then I take glutamine. You guys already saw that because I showed you that after. I usually take that after my bike rides and then once before I go to sleep. I also take glucosamine, and then I take an omega-3, omega-6, omega-9 pill, 2 pills, and then I take a zinc supplement outside of that. And then I just started taking ZMA. And that's pretty much all I take right now.
Your life's a lot more boring than people.
My life's a lot more boring.
Yeah.
I mean, my life is fairly boring.
Like, we're very grandma, grandpa routine with all their supplements,
She's right.
bedtime schedule.
2 hours later.
All right, everyone, so I wanted to close off this video and just let you guys know I appreciate everybody that watched this video, that's stuck around on this channel. Even there's actually probably some new subscribers on this channel because I've been talking about it more on my social media. So I realized that this video was kind of all over the place, but it's really hard for me to film videos like this one where I'm doing a lot of activity and trying to like document everything because I'm doing everything myself. And it's almost like I wish that I had like a cameraman to follow me around. It'd be so much easier if I had that, but I don't. So I was able to get what I got, and I'm sure there are gonna be a lot of, every time I film these, I always feel like I'm leaving something out or multiple things out. The bike ride obviously didn't go as planned, and my moving time was actually way less than 4 hours. So technically I actually got 75 miles done in under 4 hours, which is really, really good. My average speed was like 18.1 miles an hour. Now I'm getting my new bike very soon, which has a power meter on it. So my training is about to change tremendously. I'm gonna do a separate video on that on this channel, my new bike and everything. That'll actually probably be the next video after this one. So I'm stoked to show you guys it. It's my dream bike. It's my custom built bike. It's a bike I have always wanted, and it's just gonna change everything dramatically. So I'm excited to show you guys that in the next video. So the bike ride didn't really go as planned, but it is what it is. The run definitely did not go as, I don't think, my pacing really slows down if I do long bike rides and then go directly into runs. I did have some Powerade during my run, but I definitely noticed that runs, I just haven't been consistent with my running. I'll probably run maybe maximum once a week. So I'm gonna start to run more frequently during the week and just make the runs, my endurance is there. That being said, I'm just gonna run more frequently during the week and make the runs a bit shorter, and then maybe do one more long run once a week or something like that. I'm not really worried about my endurance going into an Ironman. I feel like I'm capable of doing it. It's more of just the unfamiliarity, if that's the right word to use. I guess that makes sense. The unfamiliarity. Probably should Google that and make sure it's actually a word. You guys get the picture of doing something like that, especially with transitions, and the swimming is just gonna be really, really, really difficult. But in order to accomplish things like this, or just anything, you have to put yourself in situations where, and I've said this so many times that I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you're saying it over and over again. We get it, bro. But you have to be able to put yourself in situations that are going to challenge you. And for me, it's learning how to swim properly. I know how to swim, but learning how to swim properly and going into an Ironman, it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to do this or how to say this. It's like learning how to play guitar for the first time or learning how to play piano for the first time, and then having somebody tell you, okay, you're gonna learn how to play piano for the first time even though you've never learned how to play before, and then in 3 months you're gonna have to play in front of a playing a symphony in front of, you know, hundreds of people. So you better start learning really quick. It's like, you know, but this is something that I've never been good at. I've never been good at being in the pool. I've always felt very uncomfortable being in the pool. And my first experience with swimming was when I was 8 years old. And my mom signed me up for swimming lessons. And the first lesson that I went to, I immediately sank to the bottom of the pool and almost drowned. And so I don't really say that a lot, but that was one of the worst experiences as a kid. And so I feel like that experience is always just in the back of my mind. And so just feeling uncomfortable getting into the pool is going to be natural for me. But as I've said, again, a lot, when you go into uncomfortable situations, whether it's with exercise, with being around other people, with, you know, in your professional life, whatever it may be, the mind wants to tell you that, no, this is not good. I don't like this. Let's do something different. Let's do something that's going to make your body feel better, make your mind feel better, make everything just better. And that's just, it's a defense mechanism, okay? And so recognizing that and understanding that that's just, it's a thought, and you don't have to give into the thought. You can acknowledge that the thought is there. You can acknowledge that the brain is telling you that, but you have to realize that you can be in control. You are in control, and your mind doesn't have to be in control. So kind of just overcoming that battle is what a lot of people, and including myself, you know, it's natural for human beings to run into things like that. We run into things like that every single day within our own heads. So I think that that's just something that I'm gonna have to keep really battling at when I get back to swimming again. The pools are all closed right now, and I'm not gonna go into the ocean and start doing ocean swims. It's just like, that's just not, I had a few people ask me if I wanted to do that, but definitely not realistic. So after that, I know a lot of people will probably, like I said, today's day of eating was definitely not typical. I do not drink beer every day. I probably have a beer maybe like once or twice a week. I said multivitamins. Those are just the vitamins that I take on a daily basis. A lot of people ask about that. You know, I don't eat out every day. That was just, you know, I didn't see my mom in a while, and we went out to dinner with my mom. That stretching that I showed you guys, that's been something that I've been doing a lot more lately. I have that little blue tool is a psoas muscle stretch that stretches your psoas muscle, which is really, really important. If you guys don't know anything about that, check it out on Google. It's really changed a lot of things for me. And then, yeah, I mean, I've been stretching for 10 to 15, sometimes even 20 to 30 minutes every night. And that's really improved things for me. And I'm actually gonna start probably looking into yoga and possibly doing that maybe once or twice a week. I found a lot of benefits from stretching. And after that, I feel like, you know, I've said this in a lot of other videos, but a lot of people will see this video and see this channel and just look at, you know, the eating portion of my videos. And I'll say this again, but I don't eat during like a normal diet. I don't eat breakfast like normal people do. I've found that intermittent fasting and just performing all of my exercise to an extent, if it gets to be like 4 or 5 hours into a ride or run or into anything, and I'm lacking energy and I'm like, okay, this is definitely not good. I don't feel good. I definitely, I get in glucose, carbohydrates of some sort, because it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely needed, but for the most part, I'd say like 95% of my activities is done on an empty stomach, and that's just the way that I prefer to work out. Like I said, there's no, like, the benefits to that mainly just come down to personal preference. It's not because it makes you burn fat or do any of that faster. It's just, that's just not, it's misinformation. Anybody kind of perpetuating that, so don't believe everything you read online. And yeah, I just tend to get my calories in towards the later part of the day. That's just the way I've always really done it, and that's what really works best for me. And that's just the way I prefer it. So I will say I probably might shift things around. I've been eating all of my carbs, usually the majority of my carbs, before I go to sleep every night. And if that works for you, then so be it. Like, it's worked for me for years, and that's just the way that I've always done things. I was sleeping really, really good for a really long time, and I've started noticing some inconsistency in my sleep. And that's really the only thing I've noticed from that I might need to change from all of that. So yeah, apart from that, I mean, that's pretty much how the day went. That's pretty much everything I wanted to discuss in this video. If you guys like these videos, please let me know. It's cool to kind of have this third channel now. This is my second channel. I've always called this my second channel, and kind of revive everything again. And like I said, I really want to do more videos like this. So if you guys like these, give the video a like, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to give you guys more videos like this. Without further ado, I'm out.